We just came off our longest cruise to date, a 10-day cruise with a cruise line that's got a bit of a reputation for being traditional. It is 150 years old.
It is 150 years old.
Yeah, so Holland America is celebrating their 150th anniversary this year. And a lot of people think, oh, that's an old-fashioned cruise line. I'm not going to have any fun. Let me tell you about our experience, and you tell us about your experience down in the comments if you've sailed Holland America before.
Yes.
So overall, did you enjoy the cruise?
Oh yeah, 100%. Loved it. Wasn't sure if I was going to like a 10-day cruise or not, but I actually loved it. It was just the perfect amount. 7 days just isn't quite enough. 10 days feels just right for me. Yep, there's a lot of old people, but there's a lot of old people on most cruises, and they don't bother me. There was a lot of young couples, a lot of kids, a lot more kids and young couples than we ever seen on any other Holland ship.
So basically, because you're thinking, oh, that's an old-fashioned cruise line, they're steeped in tradition. It's not going to be a modern cruise, and I cannot speak for the older Holland America ships. We've not sailed on those. We've only sailed on the newer Pinnacle class ships. And I can tell you that the Pinnacle class was built with our age in mind. The venues are modern, the artwork is modern, the food is absolutely delicious. Now that's going to be across Holland America. The food is like the best
100%.
at sea, seriously.
It was awesome. It was absolutely not traditional, at least these Pinnacle class ships.
No.
Because it had all this funky, cool artwork, like y'all have seen in the videos. I mean, rock bands from the 60s and 70s and 80s, just really cool, funky vibe throughout the entire ship that did not feel traditional. It felt fresh.
Right, and even the fact that their formal nights have been toned down. So if you want to deck out and you want to wear a suit and a formal dress, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
But their dress code now is just, for men, a collared shirt, pants, and closed-toed shoes. That's it. So Jason is very comfortable, going into
100%.
any dining room dressed comfortably, casually, but on, a level that works.
For those of you that want to dress up, all good. I'm not a big dress-upper guy. I like to dress casual and be comfortable on my cruise, but I'm just waiting for them to let you wear flip-flops. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I don't think so.
Oh, it's a fantastic cruise. Can't talk about the food enough.
Oh, I know.
We're probably going to be jumping around a little bit, but that's okay. The food was fantastic. I'm going to go out on a limb and say probably the best food I've had on any cruise ship so far.
I concur.
So far, that probably will change. We got many more cruise lines to experience, but so far, it's been Holland on all their ships. We've been on the Rotterdam now, the New Statendam, and the Koningsdam, and all three are very consistent. Food is good, y'all.
Yeah, and we're not just talking about specialty dining. We have tried their specialty dining, but just like the buffet food, the room service, the main dining room, all the food is good.
Oh yeah, no doubt. The entertainment is good. BB King's Blues Club, they have, 5-star entertainment. The singers are phenomenal. The band section with the horn section, they're phenomenal, super tight. And then, what is it, midnight, it turns into a nightclub, so you got a dance party if you want that. Great DJ. The Rolling Stone Rock Club, they got bands that play for 45-minute sets. And then when that's over, you walk literally across the hall to Billboard Onboard, and they got the dueling piano guys. Those guys have amazing voices. They can play so many different songs. Gosh, and the list goes on and on, but that's just some of the highlights. Absolutely a great time. Great nightlife.
Yeah, you absolutely will not be bored on these ships.
And you know what? I see some older crowd there, but they're out there having fun, dancing, along with the young people, having a good time. I don't really notice it, really. I'm just saying it because so many people seem to associate an older crowd with Holland. And yes, it's been that way, but open your mind up, because I think that they're moving in a different direction. The crowds, matter of fact, we spoke to several people on the, which one was it? Rotterdam, and they cruise pretty much exclusively Holland, and they're older, probably I would say in their 70s. And they had said that they have never seen so many young couples and kids on any Holland ship as they did on that particular cruise, which is refreshing.
Yeah, it is. And we saw so many kids in the pool. Like, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen this many kids on Holland before. It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
But here's something to consider when you're saying, oh, there's too many old people. And we get that comment a lot, and that's why he's brought it up, or we've brought it up.
It's always like on the forefront.
Yeah. A lot of the people in their 70s can out-party us.
Yeah.
Seriously. They're up, they're dancing, they're closing the bars down.
Think about it, wouldn't you?
Well, this is the generation that lived through the 60s, people.
Yeah. They know how to party.
Yes.
Matter of fact, you can learn a thing or two about longevity.
Exactly.
From them. I love sitting down and chatting with them. They've experienced so much more than you have, and you can learn so much. I like the older generation.
We've had some of the greatest conversations.
Yeah.
With, people just on the ship, and it's just fantastic. So
100%.
Don't be closed-minded about a cruise line.
Yeah. Don't let the older crowds scare you.
No. They're fun.
Seems to bother some people. But.
I know. I don't get that. Okay, so overall about this particular cruise. This was a 10-day cruise. It was an ABC Islands cruise. And let me tell you, it is difficult to get all three of the ABC Islands in one itinerary. A lot of times you'll get the A or the B, A and the B, but not the C, or the A and the C and not the B. So to get all three, I was very excited about this. We'd actually had this itinerary booked 3 times during COVID, and that was canceled. So we finally got to do this itinerary. But it wasn't just the ABC Islands. We had a stop in Half Moon Cay, which is Holland America's private island.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Best sand in the world. And the water's always cold every time we go, but so beautiful. Oh, wow.
I really think that the sand on Half Moon Cay is the best in the Bahamas.
It's so soft. It's like walking on baby powder, y'all.
It is.
And the water is so clear. I mean, it is just the epitome of beautiful there. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, we had a short day in port because we had to beeline down to almost South America to get to Curacao what was our first one? Aruba was our first.
Aruba.
And so we didn't get to stay too long in Half Moon Cay, which was kind of a bummer. I wanted a full day there, but...
Yeah, it's a tender port. It's a tender port, and gosh, better eat before 1 o'clock, that's for sure, because they shut it down. Lisa we're having so much fun splashing around and snorkeling and whatnot, and we forgot about lunch, and it was like almost 1 o'clock before we headed that way to get some food, and they were shut down. Nothing. But anyway.
Yeah, that was sad. But we got back on board.
Stay on schedule with the lunch menu.
Yeah, pay attention to that.
Yeah.
Then we had, after Half Moon Cay, we had a sea day, and then we were in Aruba. And what was great about the ABCs is we had very long port days. So we arrived in Aruba at 2 p.m., but we were there till midnight. And then the next day, we were in Curacao from, I think, like 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Something like that. Crazy long day.
I love the lake ports. Something cool about coming back to the ship. Well, not having a rush. Having a long time to do what you want to do at port. You can see so many more things and take your time. And really, it just makes for a better experience overall. But then coming back to the ship at night, seeing it all illuminated at night is really a neat experience.
I love that.
Yeah.
I think...
We don't get the experience. We've never experienced that, I don't think. Once or twice.
I think everything is prettier at night. When we go to theme parks, we always say Disney's prettiest at night.
Yeah.
Ships are prettiest at night. We just love the lights.
For sure.
So when you see the dim darkness and then all the pretty lights, it's just
got
beautiful.
a whole different vibe.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then because, it is such a long port day, you're not dealing with crowds. The great thing about Holland America ships is they are on the medium size. So they're small to medium ships, never going to have more than 3,000 passengers.
It's like the perfect size ship.
It really is. And there's a lot of common spaces, so people are spread out. We never felt cramped. Yeah. So even though this ship was full at capacity, it didn't feel overwhelming. So getting on and off the ports, especially with these long port days, was great because people got off when they wanted, got back on when they wanted. You never had that big rush to get off a ship like we've experienced so many times in the Caribbean.
So true. Service was good.
Oh, yeah.
Service was good. Matter of fact, me and Lisa made the comment a couple of times to each other that the crew just seemed very happy.
Yeah.
The happiest crew we have ever seen. Like you could tell they enjoyed their job, so they're taking care of their employees, keeping them happy, which, in turn means that you're going to get better service.
Oh, I completely concur with that. And it's so funny because we ate in the buffet a lot at night and we sat in the same area. So we had the same little waitress and she was just the cutest little thing. And then we ran into her in Grand Turk. So they had a day off. So her and her friends were in port and we took pictures of them and they took pictures of us. And you could just tell they were truly happy.
Yeah, they really, really, really were. It's quality. It just feels like quality, I mean, everything from the dive-in movie, the padded loungers around the Lido deck that are nice. Just they're better quality. They're thicker. They're more padded. They feel better. When you do the dive-in movie, they come around and they put pillows on the backs of every one of them. They have a popcorn stand over there. It's just beautiful all throughout that Lido deck. With that retractable roof and all that. I just love that area. I keep thinking about it in my head right now. It's just such a cool ship. And then you got the open pool, the aft with the bars. If you want sunshine, you just go lay out. Anyway, I just love that whole ship.
The ships are beautiful. So the 3 ships that we've been on are almost identical because they're the same class. But it's just, they feel very homey. They're elegant, but comfortable. Does that make sense?
Yeah. The buffet is good food. It's a little, I wish they had more seating. It's a little narrow feeling. You know what I mean? A little bit narrow feeling on the buffet, the seating area. Because I've been on some ships that it's just really open and you don't feel so congested. That was the only really negative thing that I found for me.
Yeah, and we learned on the last couple days we would just take our plates outside.
Yeah.
Either by the Lido pool or by the back pool because people forget about sitting out there like we did. And you can usually find a table pretty easy out there.
Yep.
Okay, ABC Islands.
Oh,
which was your favorite?
Man, that's hard to say, but just going off of our day, I'm going to say I really enjoyed Bonaire. I liked the resort.
Yes, the resort was beautiful.
Chicago? Mm-hmm. Chicago. So we just happened to get off the ship and there's a little kiosk there with the local and she's just there to assist everybody in what they want to do. And we asked her, is there any places we can go and just, do a day pass and hang out by the beach? And she's like, yeah, there's this one little place. She listed off a whole bunch of them, but she said there's this new little place called Chicago. It's only $25 for the day. And we were like, boom, that's what we want to do. $15 cab ride over there. And we hung out. This place is so new. They hardly have any really advertising on it at the time. We had never heard of it. And it was the best day ever.
It really was. It was beautiful. It was relaxing. Great snorkeling. The beach was nice and the pool was nice. So a lot of times at resorts, the beach is nice, but there's no pool, or the pool is nice because the beach is bad. It was beautiful in both locations.
God, yeah. And it had excellent snorkeling right there. I mean, as soon as you put your fins on, stick your goggles in the water, you're seeing fish. And then you could swim out about 40 feet and there's just all kind of marine life out there and coral. It was just beautiful. They say that Bonaire is one of the best places in the world to snorkel because of the reef system out there. And I'll tell you what, I believe it. I saw a lot of divers out there too.
Yeah.
So divers come in from all over the world. I want to do some
totally
diving.
need to do that. I'm wondering if I
Get
can.
certified one day.
I'm not great at snorkeling, but I wonder if I could handle having a thing in my mouth to help me breathe.
I don't know.
It'd be interesting to try. But Aruba was really cool too. Getting that Jeep and driving around.
Aruba was cool. Got the Jeep, drove around. I mean, went off the beaten path all the way to the shoreline. Oh gosh, it was an awesome. I mean, that was just a great cruise with a great itinerary. Every beach was great. Every experience was fun. Oh yeah, I don't know what I liked more. It was all really good. The Jeep thing was pretty good.
Yeah, I could totally do the ABCs again.
Curacao was neat.
I think we didn't experience it correctly.
Yeah, it's a gloomy day. It was a little nip in the weather.
It was a Sunday, so a lot of the places were closed.
Yeah, and I think that it just didn't have a good vibe about it.
Yeah, I think we need to go back and have a different day in Curacao.
There's a lot of things there to explore and see. We would have to go back there again to really give it a good...
Go to a beach this time instead of just walking around. The town's cool, and we really enjoyed our day there.
Yeah, we were told if we would have kept going further past the Curacao sign that there was some neat things there to do, but we didn't. We turned around and came back. But still had a good day.
Rain, so we were kind of...
Still a good day.
Yeah.
Just wasn't our favorite out of those three.
But we have to go back and try it again.
Yeah.
But overall, great experience. So we also went to Amber Cove, which we've been there before.
Yeah.
That's a private port owned by Carnival Corporation. So, an interesting fact, several people have commented on our Amber Cove video that Norwegian is going to start docking at Amber Cove, which is interesting because that is a Carnival Corporation port. So, I'm curious about that. I got to do some research on that one.
It's not busy enough. We can get it a little bit more busy with another ship.
I know, right?
I couldn't imagine that pool area being any more busy than what it is, you guys.
Man, so
the water will overflow out of the pool with so many people in it. Like, no, don't do that. Keep it the way it is. That's a cool port. That's a lot of fun just to walk around port. You know, I enjoy it. I enjoy it. It's a beautiful area.
It's a really well put together port, but it was a spring break cruise with our ship holding 3,000 people and Mardi Gras holding 6,500 people. That's a lot of people.
That was a lot of people. And you could tell it was a lot of people because that pool area was packed. But it makes for some fun people watching, that's for sure.
We just sat in a lounger and watched people. It was so much fun.
We took our camera before that and just did like a port guide all the way around, showed everybody what it had to offer, which it's got so many shops and things to do there. Lots of shops, lots of good shops.
Yeah, and that's like, I think on that itinerary, that's where we did our shopping. We didn't buy much.
They got like one restaurant over there on that end on the left side, and then they got some little eating carts on the pool side where you can zip line and all that stuff. But just a cool port, cool place to get off the ship and walk around a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good place that you just get off, not have an excursion, and just spend the day relaxing by the pool.
For sure.
Yeah. And then we had the same people with us in Grand Turk. So we had the same two ships, us and Carnival Mardi Gras. So on that day, we let Mardi Gras get off, play. We stayed on the ship. We let everybody get back on, and then we got off.
Yeah.
And we enjoyed it to ourselves.
Yeah, well, it started off kind of rainy, and we were waiting on that to pass.
Yeah.
And by the time it passed, most people had got back on the ship. Matter of fact, as we were walking around port, it was just like felt empty.
It did. It was weird.
Felt really empty. My favorite part, that's a very beautiful port, but my favorite part is being able to go out there and snorkel right in front of the ships.
That was so cool.
Swim right in front of the ships. We have never got to experience that before. We've always seen it. And I was just like, gosh, I can't wait till we can go to that port and do that. That was enjoyable. And believe it or not, people have asked, is it really good snorkeling there? And it is. You swim out a bit, swim out. The further out you go, the better it gets. Very good snorkeling.
Yeah, and it's just really a surprise as many cruises as we've been on that we've never been to Grand Turk.
Yeah.
But we'll go back. I like that port.
Yeah, I would go back there for sure. Yep.
So overall, do you think you can handle 10-day itineraries again?
Yeah, I do. I think I can. I liked it. I thought it was a good amount of days. It's like the perfect amount of days. I think after the 10-day mark is too much for me. But I don't know, I'm getting better at this thing. So, who knows? But I thought that was really good. I was ready to get off at day 10.
Well, when we know it's coming to an end, we're always ready to get off.
Yeah, it's like you switch mindsets or something. But, who knows?
But I tell you what, we did this cruise very different than we have most cruises. We were very laid back. We really didn't go out and experience a lot of the nightlife. We took this as a relaxation cruise.
Yeah.
We, a lot of times we would just wander the ship at night when it was nice and quiet, or we would go to our room and, rent a movie, or not rent a movie, just watch a movie and wander a little bit more. And it was just relaxing for us. It was great.
Well, we've cruised so much, and you kind of, not every cruise you do the same thing. I've been through the partying stage and running around all night and enjoying the nightlife, which there's nothing wrong with that, but I've kind of, just kind of slowed down a little bit. And this cruise, I just didn't feel compelled to do any of that. We customized it to what we were wanting to do. Mm-hmm. And which everybody should do.
Right.
And it was all about sitting down in the loungers and looking out and watching the sea pass, and taking in the sights and the sounds and just savoring it. That was kind of like how we were wanting to vibe this cruise.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful. It was wonderful.
It
was wonderful.
And because we decided to eat the buffet a lot at night, everybody would leave the pool deck to run and get ready to go to dinner. And we would get the pool deck, the hot tubs, the loungers all to ourselves for a couple of hours, especially after a port day. When we were leaving Amber Cove and Grand Turk, everybody was, leaving, and we had our pick of the loungers for our pick of the view for sail away. It was great. It was beautiful.
Yeah. The ship is really clean. They did a good job. The staff keeps those ships very nice and clean. Of course, it is a new ship. Mm-hmm. It's only, a year old? It's a brand new ship, but it just, never felt dirty. Always felt clean, which is nice. Service was good. Entertainment was good.
Mm-hmm.
That itinerary was awesome. That was a great cruise. I could just go on and on and on.
I think it was our best cruise to date.
I think it is. It's all about mindset and what you're wanting to experience.
Yeah. And so if you're just finding this video and hearing us talk about the cruise and want to watch more details, we'll leave a link down below to our playlist. There's a video for each port. If you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Or 2. Or 3. 3 thumbs up.
I think you can technically only give it 1.
All right. Get lost.
And go travel.
Oh, there's our new tagline right there.
Everyone's told us we need a tagline, so now let's do it again.
Okay. Remember, get lost.
And go travel. Bye.
Bye.